with the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat.
I am one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they goddamn show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that.
King Harris just can't stay out the spotlight, and this time it's hotter than ever. Forget the Waffle House brawls and missed court dates, because his own baby mama just lit the internet on fire. She allegedly leaked what fans are now calling a gay tape of King, and like clockwork, Boosie swooped in, clowning T.I. for how he raised his son instead of holding his tongue. Now, whether that tape is legit or just some made-up stunt, the truth don't even matter online. Speculation about King's sexuality been floating for years, people whispering he looked fruity, while others claimed his baby was just a cover-up move. And this so-called leak, it's like gasoline on a fire that was already burning. Fans didn't stop there. They started digging up every old rumor they could find. Talk that King might not even be the real father of his child, claims that his baby mama only got pregnant to secure the bag, and accusations that he's been faking this gangster lifestyle he never lived.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be.
And let's keep it real. Boosie stepping in made the whole situation explode, because instead of roasting King directly, he went straight at T.I., sending a loud message. This ain't just gossip anymore. This is war. So now, all eyes are locked in as we dive into the paternity doubts, the baby cover-up theory, King's so-called gangster cosplay, and his messy meltdowns, while Boosie turns every bit of it into ammo to drag T.I. in front of the world. Truth is, even before this tape drama, King was already drowning in doubts about being the father of his own son. From the moment his baby mama announced the pregnancy, people were side-eyeing the whole thing. The loudest detail they kept pointing out, she's older than him, and that alone had the internet roasting her, saying, "Girl, you knew exactly what you were doing." And then came the clip that made it all spiral out of control. King posted up with his baby mama and their newborn, and the whispers only grew louder. Then came the money talk, and the internet lost its mind.
Yes, yo, that's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
People swore up and down that King's baby mama only got pregnant to secure the bag. They said she peeped the Harris name, the fame, the money, and cashed in quick by locking him down with the baby. Facts or not, didn't matter. The gossip was too juicy, and the comments wouldn't stop flooding in. But when the baby finally showed up, instead of shutting down the noise, the drama got even louder. Folks online were clowning, saying the baby don't even look like King. Others swore King was just desperate to flex manhood, treating fatherhood like a trophy to prove he'd leveled up. That's when King jumped online, calling the baby his twin, insisting the little one was his mirror image. He doubled down too, posting picture after picture, daring the internet to deny it. Writing captions like, "Y'all can't tell me this ain't mine." But here's the twist. The harder King tried to convince people, the less they believed it. And it wasn't just about the baby. For years, the internet's been buzzing with whispers about King's sexuality.
Well, I mean, of course I spoke with my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
So when the pregnancy news hit, plenty of fans instantly said, oh, he's just trying to prove something. Now with this so-called tape floating around, those same critics are waving screenshots and screaming, this was the plan from day one. Use a baby to kill the rumors. And that's when the conversation started to shift, because while folks were dragging King for baby drama, others pointed out this wasn't his first time being accused of putting on a front. For years, fans have accused him of cosplaying the gangster life, talking tough, jumping into beefs, acting like he came straight from the trenches. But let's keep it real. This is T.I. and Tiny's son we're talking about. He grew up around money, privilege, and most of his childhood was spent at his grandma's house. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't exactly scream, I grew up in the struggle. And that's why the backlash hits so hard, because no matter how many tough guy antics King puts on, the internet never lets him forget where he really came from. And here's King himself, in his own words, admitting he used to live with his grandma, and that's the exact reason people just don't buy it. Every time King hops online yelling about being from the hood, the comments come flooding in. Fans laughing, saying, be serious. They accuse him of forcing this street persona, using it like a mask to cover the fact that deep down, he doesn't fit that role. It's like King stuck fighting two wars at once, trying to prove he's a father and a grown man, while at the same time trying to sell the image of a hardened gangster. But instead of making him look tough, it just makes his downfall look even messier. And trust me, that spiral only got louder once the Waffle House clips hit the internet. A viral video showed King going off on employees inside the restaurant. He was loud, threatening, and the whole scene had people in shock. Like, this is T.I. and Tiny's son, wilding out in public over some fast food? The internet roasted him without mercy, dragging him for embarrassing his family name while putting on this fake street act. Here's the clip of King wilding out at Waffle House. But here's the twist. His own dad went live the very next day, blasting him for even wasting energy on that nonsense. T.I. shook his head, saying he couldn't understand why his son felt the need to go back and forth with, in his words, a short order cook.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it. It's not.
I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
Your car.
We're in the car.
Search me.
I'm not looking for phones, I'm looking for drugs and guns. What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case.
He explained that he and King's uncles had already tried drilling it into him, reminding him he's living a life most people only dream of. So why lower himself to trade words with people just out here working their jobs, minding their business? But clearly, that message didn't stick, because right after that, King's name stayed in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And then came the biggest scandal yet. His arrest footage finally hit the internet, showing exactly what went down back in 2024. Cops said King nearly smacked into a squad car leaving a gas station. And when they walked up, they claimed the smell of weed was pouring out of his BMW. And on top of that, he had a gun sitting right on his hip. Things got even uglier once cops ran his info. And boom, it turned out King had a warrant dating all the way back to 2022 just sitting on him.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't.
You can talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name? What's your name? My name King. You know it, and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit. Come back. What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
That case tied to reckless speeding, driving with a suspended license, and even a DUI. He was supposed to show up in court, but skipped it completely, which is why that warrant had been hanging over his head for years. The footage showed officers yanking him out the car, cuffing him up, and marching him straight to county jail. And while King looked surprisingly calm in the clip, not yelling or fighting, the internet didn't care one bit. To them, it was just more proof his life was spiraling out of control. And just to make sure nobody missed it, the full video of King Harris getting read his rights is now stamped forever online. By this point, fans weren't just calling him reckless anymore. They were convinced his whole public meltdown, from the Waffle House fights to the skipped court dates to the arrest footage, was just a distraction from the deeper rumors he could never shake. And just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, here comes Boosie sticking his nose in. Instead of keeping quiet, he allegedly started clowning T.I., tossing slick comments about how his son ended up in this situation. The internet instantly caught the shade, not really aimed at King, but fired straight at Tip himself. And that's what made it sting, because Boosie ain't just some random dude online. His voice carries weight, especially since he's got his own long history of messy takes on sexuality. Remember, this is the same man who had to publicly apologize to his daughter Vina after dropping homophobic remarks about her being gay. He hopped on Instagram, said he was sorry, tried to walk it back, but everybody knew he meant what he said the first time. So when folks saw him inserting himself into King's drama, they were quick to call him out, saying, "Isn't this the pot calling the kettle black? Like, how you got your own family issues and a messy past, yet you're clowning somebody else's kid?" But the story didn't stop there, because Boosie himself ain't exactly living stress-free either. Not too long ago, he copped a plea deal on those gun charges, and if things go left, he could easily end up back behind bars. So for him to be trolling T.I. while he's juggling his own legal problems, that made it crystal clear. This wasn't just about King, this was personal. And if you've been watching closely, T.I. and Boosie's friendship been shaky for years now. To really get why Boosie felt bold enough to jump in, you gotta rewind the clock and look at the timeline of their beef. And trust me, it explains everything. It all kicked off when Boosie made headlines for his comments about Dwyane Wade's daughter after she came out as transgender. And here's the exact clip that lit the fire. Boosie sounding off on Wade's daughter, a moment that had the internet branding him transphobic. People dragged Boosie hard for that one, and T.I. was one of the loudest voices. He hopped on Instagram telling Boosie to stay in his lane, stop worrying about another man's kids, and check himself before talking reckless. That clapback planted the first seed of tension between them, and from there, things only got uglier. A few months later, the shade turned into full smoke when Boosie accused T.I. of being a snitch over his old federal gun case, and that was a line Tip wasn't letting slide. He fired back saying he'd never allow anyone to disrespect his family, making it clear he wasn't scared to go head-to-head with Boosie if it came down to it. Here's the clip that stirred it all up. Boosie in a Vlad interview straight up calling T.I. a snitch, saying, "That means you're cooperating, that means you're a rat." And here's T.I. clapping back hard, shutting down those snitch rumors once and for all, making sure nobody twisted his name. From there, it spiraled fast. That same summer, Boosie was back throwing shade, this time criticizing T.I. for how he parented his daughter, especially after Tip admitted he took her to the gynecologist. Boosie went off, calling him controlling and out of pocket. T.I. snapped back instantly, saying Boosie was the last person on earth who should be handing out parenting advice. And just like that, it turned into an all-out family war. They weren't just tossing slick lines anymore. They were hurling shots about street credibility, loyalty, and recycling those same tired snitch accusations. By then, it was obvious this wasn't just rap beef, it was personal. For a minute, it looked like things cooled off when both went online claiming they were moving on, saying there was no real problem. But everybody knew that tension was still there, just waiting to pop off again. But by 2023, the feud sparked right back up again. That time, Boosie accused T.I. of not standing up for him during his own legal mess, and Tip made it crystal clear he was done babysitting, done defending somebody who constantly disrespected him. Fast forward to now, and it all makes perfect sense. Boosie jumping into King's scandal wasn't random at all. It was another shot aimed straight at T.I., right where it hurts the most. With King caught in non-stop internet chaos, Boosie couldn't resist taking a swing. And once that alleged tape started floating around, he chimed in fast. The internet wasted no time ripping King apart, and the comments were brutal. One person wrote, "He was always weird looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not T.I." That stung, because folks been mocking King's looks for years, always comparing him to his parents. Another went even harsher, clowning, "He looks like that clown always trying to kill Bart Simpson, Sideshow Bob." And the internet ran wild with it, plastering side-by-side pics everywhere. But the line that blew it wide open was when somebody posted, "King about to be queen." That one comment flipped the whole situation back to years of speculation about his sexuality, turning the scandal into something way bigger than just a leak. These reactions proved one thing: people never stopped questioning King's identity. And with Boosie stirring the pot, the conversation went way deeper than gossip. The bad blood between T.I. and Boosie never healed. And right now, King Harris is trapped right in the middle of their crossfire. So what do you think about all this? Is Boosie out of line for dragging King into his beef with T.I.? Or is T.I. to blame for not protecting his son better? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share this breakdown with a friend, and I'll see you on the next video.